What is gravity? According to Google and Wikipedia, gravity is an invisible force that pulls you towards the center of the earth. A textbook definition of gravity if you like. But if you like to go further and deeper into the esoteric nature of gravity, there is much more than meets the eye. As you can see, gravity around us is, for lack of a better word, a magical force. A magical force that interacts between everything and everything in the world. I'll give you an example. The taste you experience on your lips, your tongue, are the fruits. Were it not for gravity attracting the various molecules towards each other until the neural receptors onto your tongue, would it not be possible for you to experience the taste of fruits, the sweet taste of fruits, liquor, and wine, and all the fruit drinks in the world? Take for example, my musician. Hold on, let me think for a second. Ultimately, gravity is energy. Gravity is something special when you think about it carefully and considerately in a theory of everything put forward by all those physicists in physics sphere. Gravity is a key component in their theory if it has to be worked through. Gravity. What is gravity truly? Is it the mere force of a concrete block being scrubbed into the ground to raise up high geometric constructions such as skyscrapers and housing development blocks? Truly, gravity is such an intriguing force. Nobody over the ages has. Think about it carefully. Science is actually a fledgling science. Compared to all the religions in the world, there's not one field of science that's specifically dedicated to the study of gravity. Gravity influences many objects in everyday life. For example, time, color, taste, receptacles, optical vision, ocular vision, acoustics, hearing, sound, speed, travel, time again, light speed, computer sciences, quantum dynamics, quantum mechanics. Gravity truly is a one of a kind amazing tool. But how does this relate to nuclear fusion, you ask? Well, how can it not relate to nuclear fusion? In order to bring this back to the subject topic of nuclear fusion, I have to bring out a lot of stuff about gravity. For example, the solar panels on the rooftop. How does light travel towards the solar panels on the rooftop? Will it not through the effects of gravity? The sun. Is it so dense and macabre in its hugeness? Is it not because of gravity that the atomic nuclei merge and fuse together in fission or fusion to create the copious amounts of energy needed to sustain life on the earth? Is it not thanks to gravity that it all works through? Then again, think about it, create in the stars above, in the gravity of a wellspring black hole, and a star finally dies and gives birth to a supernova, a black hole. Such a beautiful event, but then again, gravity. We seem to be headed towards the heavens. I had to take it back one step backwards and put a more grounded approach. Take it to the Einstein's theory of relativity, time-wise. When time goes slow, you hate the time sucks. It's basically what it's saying. Enjoy the time goes way faster and way faster. Think about this. When you're playing video games, time passes by. But when you're studying or doing homework that you don't like, time goes to a high grinding halt. That's what the theory of relativity usually states. Don't mind me, I'm not an expert, I'm just an armchair scientist. So basically, time. Is it not influenced by gravity as well? And I put forward the theory that every individual experiences time differently because everybody's body is different. Everybody experiences gravity differently. Height, mass, appendix, experience, all these affect their emotions and behavioral thought patterns of gravity differently. Can you say specifically, for example, that 1 second of gravity on Earth is equivalent to 1 second of gravity on another place 5 kilometers distance when a person is standing in? Can you say that 5 kilometers above sea level, 1 second experience there is the same as 5 kilometers below sea level in a carbon experience there. Can it be true? And to put more ludicrously, I put forth the theory that all animals experience time differently. For example, a dolphin. A dolphin can sleep with its brain halfway open because again, it has two parts of the brain. A dolphin doesn't have to fall asleep completely. A dolphin is like, how do you say, according to the sciences, they sleep with half their brain open. I also have another theory about that to improve the human condition already, but I wonder if it's true. Don't mind me, I'm just an armchair scientist. I should wrap it up within the next 2 minutes if I can. So, back to the topic of what is gravity? Gravity. There is not one science completely dedicated to the words of gravity, but it is one of the most fundamentally understudied and overscored subjects matter in the fields of physical sciences, natural philosophy, if you will, just like how the ancients described it in the past. So, in another nutshell, in another word, how can this help you in your everyday life? I really wonder. I do not know. I'm just thinking this back to nuclear fusion. How can you listen to me blabbering about what is gravity help you in your everyday lifestyle? Oh, first, it makes you appear like you know your stuff, and you can appear more wiser in your vocabulary and science backgrounds. So what is gravity? When a bird takes flight, is the immediate liftoff effect on its strain on its body the same as compared to when it's, doing liftoff? The strain on the body is the greatest, but when it's up in the air, gliding peacefully through, is the strain on the body the same? Is the strain on the endostele of the exoskeleton structure of a human's body the same when he is running like 2.4 kilometers in 12 minutes, or when he's strolling through a supermarket shopping for goods? Groceries the same. You never know. Yes, as you all can experience right now, I take a very grounded approach to my studies and looks at sciences. I hope that this monologue has helped you all. I find it intriguing to share my thoughts on the world on. Yeah, it's a bit awkward, I know. I only have an A-levels degree in general paper, but I try to do my best. As long as it entertains some people in the scientific community, I don't know. Probably sounds crazy. Yeah. But on an off note, how can this be linked back to gravity, linked back to nuclear fusion? Well, by nuclear fusion, you can slightly influence the gravitational output devices of the immediate. How do you say? Well, for those of you who know Gundam Seed or Gundam WO, the GN drive particles of the Gundam universe, that is what I'm aiming for. An anti-gravitational drive, put forward by the theories of nuclear fusion, if that is even possible to achieve or attain. Maybe one day we might all go fighters or go lift up in the sky. We sure can give one hopes to dream and work towards something good to work for. Either way, 12 seconds more and I wrap this up. So, what is gravity? To sum it up, gravity is, well, not a dictionary definition. I feel that gravity is underdefined in the current spheres of science. You want a classic example of gravity? Spend time in the kitchen, cooking something you like. That's when gravity works in your favor. Just saying. Okay, me, over and out.